Because we cannot afford to surrender this nation completely to a family. Mm-hmm. We cannot do this. The sovereignty bill, stupid. You know, at times I want to contain myself and stop using these words.
She says sovereignty bill, stupid. You're gonna have to listen to this one more time.
The sovereignty bill, stupid. You know, and when you use but when I see these people, I want to say, God release fire from, come and consume them. I'm telling you, it's that kind of person.
What does that even mean when I see these people?
And when you use, but when I see these people,
yeah.
Who knows where President Museveni gets all the money from?
Thank you.
Do you know where he gets it from?
Uh-huh.
Who knows where Salim Saleh gets it from? Uh-huh. Who knows where they get the money they use
uh-huh.
from? Whether NRM or whatever. So whom do they account to?
You're watching Mordecai Marissa Live Political Commentary. Please consider subscribing to help grow Uganda's Voices of Struggle ecosystem. Thank you.
I cannot appreciate you enough for using your valuable time to always go on social media, break down things for people.
And yes, indeed, presenting to you from these United States of the America. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from wherever you're watching me and at whatever time you might enjoy this conversation. My name is Mordecai Marissa, and you're once again welcome to Mordecai Marissa Live. Exactly. I immensely appreciate you all who are tuning in to Mordecai Marissa Live. We continue to send our sincere condolences to our comrade Alex Waiswa Mufumbiro and the family of his wife who succumbed to cancer. It's very, very, very unfortunate. This is beyond Alex Waiswa Mufumbiro, but it talks to the larger injustice issue or a problem we have in Uganda. Unfortunate. A woman dying in the absence of her husband, who is languishing in prison on politically motivated charges. All right, ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be showing you how Miria Matembe, former minister in the Museveni's cabinet, erupted. She exploded. Scoffed at the Museveni's newly proposed sovereignty bill. She was fire. She was spitting fire. As you know her, that shouldn't come as a surprise. But every time she does, it is a breath of fresh air. You just say, inject this in my veins. So, she's going to do that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, but before we do that, please allow me send my shout-outs to the sponsors of this show. As you can see on the screen, those are the sponsors of the Mordecai Marissa live show. Who are these people? Mutesi Zainab, Bobby's grandpa, Sagala Godwin, Babu Edward, Muhindo Samuel, Kalia Byuma, Salongo Julius 256, Mutebi Ron, Maria Bazanye, Mr. Good 57, Primus Inter Pairs, Saint Keno Official, S. Mbodigaba. These names are very difficult to read. Nosh Wabobi Adero Faith, Kasacha George Dennis, Moses Rusiba, Yiga Fred Chisule, Becky Davis Blessings, Rubenga Robert, Mugoya Andrew, AG Star, Eden Jera aka Bobby, and Yobua Twendize. That's it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to be part of the sponsorship team, go on and send me a message. I'll read you my WhatsApp. We're looking for 100 people. We're almost, I think we're 85. 15 more to go. I'll tell you how to do this. Now, wait at the end of this conversation, then I'll read you the number. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go to Miria Matembe erupting.
And now here we are as Ugandans. All of us know we are like sheep without shepherd.
Yep.
Because all of us know that what drives people in leadership has nothing to do with the nation Uganda and its people. And so, I'm happy to be here, talk to you.
Talk to us.
But me, I'll be happier to talk to Uganda Ugandans, wherever they are. Because we cannot afford to surrender this nation completely to a family. We cannot do this.
And what does she mean, really? You have folks within the military who are bowing down to Muhoozi Kainerugaba. Then you have the rest of other folks who are usually trekking to Guru to meet Kele Bakarwana, who known as Salim Saleh. Oh, please give us money. And then you have the rest of the Mawo, the Anita Among, and the rest bowing down to Museveni. Really? They don't care about institutions. Museveni has completely annihilated their independence.
We cannot live as prisoners in our own land. You people, I'm about to die. You have to redeem me. Because, for instance, when I saw that they got this, you call it foreigner what? The sovereignty bill. Stupid! You know, at times I want to contain myself and stop using these words.
She says sovereignty bill. Stupid. You're gonna have to listen to this one more time.
The sovereignty bill. Stupid! You know, at times I want to contain myself and stop using these words. But I read with the NRI members of Parliament caucus has accepted with the sovereignty bill.
Ngu.
Is it sovereignty law? Surely. Why I'm happy, leader of opposition. I was saying, where shall I get this platform to shout and call upon Ugandans? And now you called me for the budget. For me, the budget, you can talk your budget, which I also saying, surely, what sort of budget is this? And when you say, but when I see these people, I want to tell God release fire from, come and consume them. I'm telling you, I reach that kind of person.
What does that even mean when I see these people?
And when you say, but when I see these people,
yeah. Okay, that is funny, but you have to understand why she's acting like that. Look at her face. I didn't even know I had posted it here. She is boiling. She cannot believe the amount of time, resources, and everything she did to build a country that has been completely betrayed by Museveni. And she cannot believe that one man can remote control a myriad of people who worship him. It is really sickening when I see somebody talks about when I was doing this, and they all go like, yeah. Like that narration. Mama Janet, she's not your mother. You're 70 plus years old. Janet is your age mate. Say, Muganda wange Janet Muradde. Oh, Mama, shut up. How about you shut up?
I want to tell God release fire from, come and consume them. I'm telling you, I reached that kind of person. I reached that kind of level. I mean, I'm a Ugandan. Why should I be treated as garbage? Why should I? Why? And everybody is pocketed.
Yep.
Pocketed. And you
pocketed. I love this. Inject this in my veins. She's frustrated. She's boiling inside. She's almost erupting, like bursting, like it is what is it called? A silent volcano? Like she wants to explode.
Salim Saleh. Who is Salim Saleh?
Who are these people? Salim Saleh Kerebakwan. It doesn't really matter whether you're Salimu Bule, Salimu Gade, Salimu Badai, whatever, call yourself those stupid Salimu Budu. I don't care. Or Mohozi Muse. I don't care. I do not care about how much money you have. I don't. Salim Saleh, my name is Museveni. I don't. Please, would you treat people with kindness? I want to bow down to you. Show me a leader who treats people with love, respect, kindness, who is really a servant for the people. I want to bow down to them, even before they ask me. But, Salim, because I have money. Go eat that money. How about you give me that money and I use it as my toilet paper? Give me that money and I'll use it as my toilet paper to wipe my butt. Money.
To be the one you bow instead of bowing to God, whom delivered this nation to. So I thought, this sovereignty, you people, you don't know. When Museveni had come here, he used to condemn Obote and say, how can you have such kind of debt? Debt. Mortgaging our nation. Banango Obote debt had never reached that level. It had never reached that level.
Well, I usually say Museveni is worse than Idi Amin and Obote combined. Now she's confirming. Keep going.
Now his level, I saw him say, I saw him saying on TV that God will work. God.
I love this. She doesn't buy into that facade. Funny. Oh God. You know what I want to do. That fake, funny facade PR stunt of Janet. Oh, then my God. Oh, then I forgive Stella News. I said, which this woman, why is she abusing me? How about you shut up, Janet Kaguta? Stella Nyans is not asking you for your forgiveness. How about you apologize to us for the atrocities committed by your husband? How about you do that? You sleep with a man who is abusing our country on a daily basis. How about you apologize to us for the abduction and torturing and killing of people, the gloating in the misfortunes that are visited onto people by Muhoozi Kainerugaba, whom you raised? How about you apologize for that? I forgive you. Stella Nyazi. Totuwulira. Gosh.
He made a statement that I told these members of parliament are earning so much, and I was telling them to see whether we can, and then they said, no, it will destabilize us, and therefore I agreed. What do I do? But God will come in. Which God? Yeah, you are coming to call me off to go. Let me first conclude what I
keep going.
But you have also had opportunity to hear me. I suffer alone with having nobody to tell. Now you are going to carry my burden so that we can move properly. So you can see when members of parliament are the cause of our problem. The members, the leaders in parliament, I'm sorry to tell you, you go there, you become the cause of our problem. Because surely, when you see the budget, when you see the debt, when you see all this, for what? Where does the money go? What is it doing? In few people's pockets.
Yep.
When I say I want to call fire to consume them, do you think I'm wrong?
No.
But I wish it could be the fire of the Holy Spirit. Consume them, turn them to the right doing, rather than doing wickedness and evil.
Exactly.
But now on this bill, this foreign bill, sovereignty bill.
Okay. If you're an American, if you're from the Europe, you don't even know what that means. This sovereignty bill. That laughter alone says everything.
Sovereignty bill. The sovereignty bill. Somebody was saying that this is the timing, maybe. Me, I saw the sovereignty bill as a window or a door opening to Ugandans to rise up and say, no, enough is enough. And this time I'm standing here, I don't care whether anybody comes and they will arrest me. When they come to arrest me, my angels will catch up with them. But I want to say, for me, what I want to say now, I want to make an appeal to Ugandans from everywhere, wherever they are, those rural Ugandans. I want us to this time get out and demonstrate as a nation against this law. We cannot. I see you quiet. Are you fearing? You can.
That is. I see you. You are fearing. Yeah?
We cannot. I see you quiet. Are you fearing? You cannot. Because this bill is touching the poor women in the village, the poor people whose children have gone to make money, who are sweeping in Saudi Arabia, who are suffering all that, and they're supposed to send that money to their parents, take care of them, and then you for anything you call them foreigners as if you are better of a Ugandan than these people. This bill is going to cause chaos and sadness and total misery to Ugandans wherever they are. And therefore, it must be rejected in the strongest term.
Yep.
And for me, I would rather we mobilize all Ugandans wherever they are, they reject this bill. I want to ask, who knows where President Museveni gets all the money from?
Thank you.
Do you know where he gets it from? Who knows where Salim Saleh gets it from? Who knows where they get the money they use from? Whether NRM or whatever. So whom do they account to? Whom do they account to? Why should they go to a young man who is sending small money to the grandmother or to the mother and say, we want to know where your money comes from, when there are no jobs? If there were
Thank you. Wow.
jobs here, they would be working from here and taking care of their parents. They had to go because there are no jobs here. They are suffering where they are, and they want to send this thing, and you say, no, come to Minister of whatever, internal affairs or whatever it is. Come and imagine an old woman from Wundubujo, from Murira, they are deep down in a chori, that she has to come and say yes and give her details. I want to ask, who is supposed to be accountable? Is it the government or Ugandans? Are we the ones who must be accountable to the government of Uganda, or it is the government of Uganda which must be accountable to us? You Ugandans, wake up and refuse.
Wow.
Reject this nonsense.
Let me show you what she's trying to say. I had here my, wait a second. She's talking about, I got a gift recently. Where did I put it? Okay, keep going.
But let me tell you, you can't raise up and reject with that power and authority when you do not know God personally. And that's...
I'll pause here and tell you this. What she's saying, it is the charlatanic tendency. You know, Museveni's government is full of hypocrites, charlatans. For example, let me show you something here. 12 deportees from U.S. arrive in Uganda, Law Society says. Now, the U.S. is in conjunction with Uganda. They had an agreement where they will transfer, deportees. Do you know many countries have said no? But Museveni and the government of the USA are, negotiating. And they're saying, oh, let's transfer deportees from USA to Uganda. The Ugandan government is in conjunction with the US. Do you know there was not even any negotiation between, or even a parliament to debate about this? But Uganda is working with the USA. That is not, Museveni says, these are imperialists. Okay, imperialists right now are working with him. It is very okay. But the moment you try to work with the so-called imperialists, then you're so bad. Oh, you should be condemned. This is Uganda and the USA signing an agreement while no one has been informed. Parliament doesn't know about this, but as long as they're because Museveni knows that if he doesn't, this might cause problems to him. So I want to show you another thing here. This is another agreement. Uganda-US Medical Data Agreement sparks parliamentary scrutiny amid legal assurance. There's another agreement that was signed between Uganda and the US where, our pretty much selling our privacy to the US. So they don't really mean a thing. Oh, you're dealing with the Americans. That's a bad. They don't mean a thing. First of all, there's no problem with dealing with Americans. But Museveni wants you to look at them as, if you're dealing with them, they are imperialists. But if I'm dealing with them, they are the good people. These are charlatans. These are fake politicians whom I don't care about at all. Museveni depends on the funds from International Monetary Fund, from World Bank, from countries in Europe and the US and other global partners. Oh, it is very okay. But the moment Mordecai Murisa is engaging with the mayor of Massachusetts or Idaho or Iowa or anywhere, oh, we are talking about the change in Uganda. Oh, you are agent of imperialists. They're not imperialists when they're the ones engaging the governments of US and Europe or whatever, North or South America. No. But the moment you do, now you become the agent. These words mean nothing to them. They just throw them around to use them as scarecrow because they know what they're doing. They know the importance of having friends and talking to these friends that, you might come to a conclusion of how you can fix and help people. So they'll be like, we need to understand. We need to know how much money you get and whom do you send it to. No. Ugandans should reject this. And I know when you're being led by soft seekers like the charlatans of the NRM, they don't care. They will pass all stupid laws because it keeps them in power. That they're willing to forfeit, they're willing to betray the future of Uganda in service of the crumbs on their table today. All they care about is now. They don't care that the future is going to be a future of their children and their grandchildren. So we have to unite together and reject, be as explosive as Miria Matembe. And I believe the Ugandan people will reject. Now I know you might be like, hey, Mordecai, they didn't reject this Trojukwatako. There was a fight that was put up and they used force. That doesn't mean that, Museveni won. Of course, that's why he deploys the military in an election. He rules by, with a gun because he knows minus a gun, there's no way. There's nothing he's got. So, do not lose hope on this. All these will be undone when time comes. But before that time, we have to put up a fight. Despite of our, of the fact that we do not have the guns, we've known that people of goodwill, united, working together, they can overcome the power of the gun. Absolutely. So let's do this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the show this time. If you want to be part of the Mordecai Murisa sponsors team, I'm going to have you pay 20,000 shillings. And that is for you who is saying, Mordecai, you do an amazing job. And I've been looking for ways to sponsor you. So 20,000, that's the minimum you can contribute. But if you want to pay me 100,000 shillings, 1 million shillings, it is fine. But 20,000 shillings. If you want to be part of the Mordecai Murisa sponsors group, send me a WhatsApp on this number. Send me a message on this WhatsApp. +1 712 303 7831. +1 712 303 7831 and be like, hey, Mordecai, just watched your show. My name is so-and-so. I want to be part of the sponsors. We're looking for 100 people and we're around, let me see to be sure. How many are we? Let me check here. How many are we so that okay, we're looking for only 15 people. We are 85. So 15 to go. Waiting for you. See you.
Did you enjoy what you just watched?
I'm sure they did.
I'm going to guess that you did. How about you consider subscribing to Mordecai Marissa Live YouTube channel? Thank you.